Okay, YouTube, this is Russ Strock. I'm on to my fourth hive, and we're hoping to see some life again on this 29th day of January. 37 degrees. Trying to be as efficient as possible as I open up these hives, minimize the disturbance, but no doubt there is disturbance. Take off the telescoping cover. I have granulated sugar and newspaper down there to add to the mountain camp method. And there's, I don't know if you can see the cluster right in the middle there. There are some bees right in here, and I'm just going to leave them. I think they got plenty of food here, and we're just going to let that go. But good news that this hive is also alive, at least so far. And we're not going to disturb them any further. There's plenty of food. That was my purpose for coming out. Definitely not going to pull frames, even adjust the newspaper if I don't have to. So I just add this extra wood, this extra topping material to keep it a little bit more windproof, weatherproof, hopefully reduce the moisture. I keep this board in the back for wind protection. Boy, we've had some wind the last 3 days or so. Winds above 25 miles an hour, and makes that wind chill pretty brutal. All right, well, good news so far. 4 hives, they're all alive. I hope it stays that way. I'm going to go on and check hive number 5 now. Okay, YouTube, this is Russ Strock. I'm checking my hives today. As I said before, on the 29th of January, 37 degrees. Just seeing if they have enough sugar on top. As I said before, I have not taken any honey all summer. So they have had whatever honey they stored, plus I've already fed them once earlier in January. Just checking, trying to be as minimally disruptive as possible. I've been listening at the entrances to see if I can hear bees before I break in, but I did not do that on this one. So I'm going to put my ear down here. There are a couple of holes. And I can hear bees. I can hear bees. You can see how wet this newspaper is in here. That's the moisture that they are producing, causing that newspaper to get wet. I'm just poking a little hole in there for them. Again, I don't want to bother them. I'm very curious, but I'm not going to bother them any further. I am going to put my ear down to the entrance. That's a moisture board I just put down, the inner cover, and then the telescoping cover. The telescoping cover, and I hate to break any seal that they've created, but that's just the cost of making sure they have food. So I'll put all this stuff back on top and make sure it's good and secure for these strong winds that we have. I am gonna just kneel down out front, see if I can hear bees in here. There's definitely bees buzzing in there. They're alive. That is a good sign. They're not up into the sugar yet, which means they've got food. So I certainly am not going to add food. They've got some of their own honey reserves left that they're still working. So I'll go ahead and stop the video and we'll move on to hives 6 and 7. Hello YouTube, this is Russ Strock again with my 2 hives side by side here. The short one is a single deep body hive, and it's the only one of my 7 that doesn't have a second deep on it, or at least a honey super. I prefer to overwinter them with at least 2 places for them to live. A deep and a honey super, or 2 deeps, or even 2 deeps or 2 honey supers on top of a single deep. So it is the 29th of January, and I've already put sugar on these one time so far earlier in January, and I just want to check here. We've gone through a very cold, windy spell. In fact, temperatures dropped below 0 for a while Fahrenheit, and we've now coming out of a extremely windy period, but it's still windy today. So we'll see how these bees look. I have been putting my ear up to the entrances just to listen. I did not do that today, but yesterday I heard buzzing on this one. I really do not like disturbing them this time of year, but you just have to check the food. Well, there's my hive tool from the last time. I hear some buzzing. It looks a little strange with part of the area eaten and the rest of it. There's definitely some life in there. I don't know if you can actually see the bees, but I'm going to give them some supplemental sugar here. This is all I do, is put some newspaper down and pour some sugar over. They certainly have plenty, but I always make sure that there's just no shortage at all. And I'll take a little bit of the surplus newspaper out and get this hive back up. And this is really howling again, but we put down the moisture board, and then the inner cover. Well, I did requeen all but one of these 7 hives last summer with queens that I made. So these bees are all local. There is a notch cut in that moisture board so they can, as well as the shim, so the bees can get out. I was looking for that other hive tool. It's my favorite one, and I found it. So we'll close this up. I'm not so sure these bees are going to make it. It seems strange that they would have eaten that sugar and then gone back down. I'm going to put my ear down to the front. A lot of buzzing down there. Okay, so maybe when it got a little bit warmer, it's possible that these bees reposition themselves in the hive to get access to more of the honey that they stored. I'm guessing that's what happened, but beekeeping is often about some degree of guessing. So you do all you can to get them through. Here in the southeast Michigan, you do all you can to get them through winter, and mostly that's during the summer. So I'm going to put my ear up to the entrance of this single body hive and see if I can hear anything. Yeah, oh yeah, these are clearly buzzing in there. So I've got my sugar, I got more newspaper there if I need it. We're going to quickly do a check here. Let's see, I don't know if you can see. I think you can see. Yeah, hopefully this works. Okay. Here we go. Being very careful about checking. Okay, 2. They've broken through in 2 places. I'm just going to leave them. There's plenty of sugar on here. Plenty of sugar. There's bees here and there's bees there. So the cluster is right in the center. That's good. Even this single hive is alive and surviving, which is just wonderful. There's a lot of winter left here in southeast Michigan. We're almost done with January, but we got February and of course March. Usually my bees can make it through February, we're okay, but March can be challenging too. So I'll just put some more weight protection on the top. Hopefully, the wind won't blow water into the hive. This old roofing kind of material I think helps. I put all kinds of wind barriers up and blocks, just trying to give them a little extra protection. So with that, I'm going to wrap up and wish all the beekeepers good luck getting your bees through the winter. And I'm happy to help if you have any comments or questions. Thank you.